Okay, final request, is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use, please? M0 JCF. Okay, nothing is heard. M0 JCF is now going to switch to a QRP. I'm switching to 10 watts, 10 watts. CQ40, 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 CQ40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, QRP. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, QRP, calling 40. CQ40, 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 CQ40 meters, CQ40 meters, CQ40 meters. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, QRP, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, QRP, calling 40. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling 40. CQ40, 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 Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling 40. CQ40, 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 CQ40 meters. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, QRP, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, QRP, calling 40. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, QRP. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, QRP, calling 40.
Germany 4, Hotel, Hotel X-ray.
Germany 4, Hotel, Hotel X-ray, M0 JCF slash QRP, running just 10 watts, returning. The nameless end is Mark, and I'm in Sidcup in Kent. G4 HHX, this is M0 JCF QRP.
Yeah, I missed your name in there. Can you give me your name a couple of times? I got that blasted over the horizon radar purring away. Golf number 4, Hotel, Hotel X-ray. Name is Richard, and the QTH is a village called Whitfield, Whiskey Hotel, Italy, Tango, Fox, Italy, Echo, Lima, Delta. And we're about 2 miles inland as the crow flies from the port of Dover. They're right on the end of the South Downs before it drops away into the town. Mike 0, Japan Charlie Fox, Golf 4, Hotel, Hotel X-ray.
Yeah, G4 HHX M0 JCF. Very good afternoon to you, Richard. The nameless end is Mark. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. Hopefully I'm getting above your over the horizon radar. I did hear something come up when I was calling. I did hear a huge tone, a plus 20, plus 30 tone come up, but I didn't think it was that. I thought it was somebody tuning. But I'm only up the road from you as the crow flies, straight up the motorway 2 or the motorway 20. I'm in Sidcup in Kent, so just down there, just on the outside of southeast London, Richard. Back to you, G4 HHX. This is M0 JCF running just 10 watts.
Yeah, okay, Mark. Yeah, I got you that time. Yeah, it's a bloody nuisance. It's that rasping noise. No, it's the Russians used to, it's probably them again, but they're playing about with what they call over-the-horizon radar. It was down the bottom half of the band, but I see it's come up here now. Whether they do it deliberate or not, I don't know. Perhaps because a lot of people won't talk to the Russian amateurs. I don't have a problem with that. It's not their fault, is it? But that might be the answer. So perhaps they said, well, we'll give it a pasting up this end. Yeah, the working conditions this side, Mark, an IC-7100, about 100 watts out. into a full-size G5RV at about 30 feet. It's been quite a nice day down here, Mark. We've had sunshine for a goodly part of it, but I see it's looking a bit shabby now. I think we've got some more rain coming across from the west. You'll join us in that, no doubt, up at Sig Cup. So you won't have a, you know, you'll have a good earth system if you bury a few wires in the garden, Mark. That's the answer. Anyway, won't hold it with you too long, because there is a whiff of QSB creeping into the band now. And there's nothing worse than being in a QSO and everybody takes a nosedive and you can't hear yourself, you know, or each other. So back she comes, M0JCS, with your 10 watts G4HH. Oh, you're about a 5 and 8 in the clear, Mark. Go ahead.
QSL Richard, I really appreciate that. Thanks for the 5 and 8. You're 5 and 9 plus 20. 5 and 9 plus 20. Today I'm using the Icom IC-7300. I haven't used it very much. I bought it last summer and I've hardly had it out the box. I've got lots and lots and lots of old radios, hybrids and valve radios, and I really love using those and the homebrew stuff. I've got a few modern radios like the Kenwood TS590S. I've been using that the last couple of weeks, but yeah, I just decided today to drag this one out the box, and on 40 meters I do like to run a bit of QRP. I don't like to run 100 watts. Well, I do run 100 watts. I'm saying I don't like to. That's a little bit of a white lie. But I quite often on 40 meters run QRP when I'm calling CQ between sort of 5 and 10 watts. And I'm using a long wire today, Richard. I'm using a 90-foot long wire. So it's a great Envis antenna on 40, 60 and 80. And slightly, I can use it on 160, but I only go down there for the once a month club network that we have. But yeah, you're 5 and 9 plus 20, and we've got the rain, mate. The rain came about 3 o'clock this afternoon. It was a beautiful beautiful blue sky this morning, came over cloudy about midday, and then yeah, the rain started coming on from sort of 3 o'clock onwards. So yeah, I'm up in the loft using me whiz bang radio and just giving it a few calls. I spent probably the best part of the day on 10 meters. Been working the USA and this morning Israel. That's the only DX that I've had today. Yeah, there's 10 meters is regularly open now, you know, sort of during the daylight hours. So worth a foray up there. I use a vertical antenna for that one. But there you go, Richard. That's the story this end, mate. G5RV, just noted that one. I've got one in the garage. I've had the one in the garage since I was an M6 in 2017, and I hung it up in the garage and that's where it stayed. I bought it off of someone and just never put it up. It's not the best antenna for my QTH space wise. I have got an 85-foot garden, but of course the thing's a bit longer than that, and with the feed point and everything, it's just the feed point would be in an awkward position. But maybe one day I'll throw that one up, just like I've got this IC-7300 out the box. But glad to work you QRP today, and look forward to the next time, Richard. So I won't rattle on anymore. I'll see if I can hear that OHR in the background, but I've got some noise reduction on this radio. I've been mucking about with it today, and I seem to have filtered some of that out. So we'll let them carry on looking for aircrafts and ships and whatever else they're looking for, and I'll just carry on calling QRP. All the very best, mate. I wish you 73. I'll let you crack on, and I'll catch you when you're older. This is the G4HHX M0JCF/QRP.
Yep, okay, Mark, solid copy. I had to put the filter on you, narrow you down a bit there. There's a little carrier kept popping up. Whether it was deliberate or not, I don't know, but I never lost you. I've got everything okay. Yeah, you've got a fair assortment of rigs for the sound. I've only got the one. I've done all that, Mark, and I've got the radio indoors on a desk, so it's no good me cluttering the place up with a dozen rigs, because the first thing that comes up is all the wires and cables. So I'm quite happy with what I've got. That 5RV, well, let me give you an example. Mine is not straight. Mark, if you were to look down on top of it, it's like well, what would you say? A rectangle with one side missing, and the feeder is just far enough away that it just reaches the back of the property where I am, which is very fortunate. It doesn't have to be vertical. Well, it's not that far off vertical, but it's not critical, as they say in certain corners of the cutting stretch. And what I did was, I made this one myself. The feeder's about 30 foot long of 300 ohm ribbon. And instead of each top leg being 51 foot, I've made it 55. And it now loads up on top band right the way through the 10 metres. I just worked a couple of stateside stations without any problem at all on 28 megs. Worked on there brilliantly. And quite pleased for that. I've just been chasing these WRTC stations. There's about 30 of them worldwide, might be more. And I've got about 15 of them so far, most of those around the continent, the European area. But I noticed there's some from Indonesia and Christ knows where. But the chances of hearing them at the moment are pretty remote, I should think, with conditions. Anyway, you want to get on calling CQ, Mark? Let's get on. Thanks very much for the natter. I've got to go and adjust my PIR now. I had to put a new PIR thing up on the wall. And my beloved's complaining it doesn't come on. It's not quite dark yet, but I think probably I'll have to twiddle the old the lighting thing, the lux. Get that about right. Anyway, in the meantime, behave yourself, catch you later, enjoy your 7300. G4HH off and clear with M0JCF, and wishing you all the best, Mark. Look for you another time, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Richard. And yeah, the WRTCs, yeah, I've worked quite a few as well on 10 metres and 15 metres. I've worked N1 whiskey and N9 whiskey, the two USA ones. I don't know if they've got any more, but I've got them both in the log, I think, on 10 and 15 metres. But the rest of them have pretty much been 40 metres and some 20 metres. I don't often go on 20. Well, thanks for the advice on the G5RV as well. I appreciate that. And as I say, sometime I may get it up. A few people have told me that, you know, they folded theirs around and that might be an option. It comes down to the station manager at the end of the day, doesn't it? The 9-element LFA and the vertical antenna and God knows what else up there at the moment is an eyesore enough without me putting more wires up as well. But I appreciate you coming back to me, and I'll carry on shouting. Cheers, mate, and Happy New Year to you. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP, looking on 40.
Yeah, 7-3's Mark, leave it to it.
Yeah, appreciate that, Richard. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye for now. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP, calling 40. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP. Calling 40 and listening. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP, calling on 40. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, QRP.